Hi. I wanted to reach out and make this video because I'm trying to find out where I'm from. Um, I'm adopted, so I also don't know any other information. Well, I know some things, but not a lot. Um, but to start, I was born on March 20th, 1984, in Sierra Vista Hospital in Sierra Vista, Arizona. Excuse me, my sinuses are acting up, so if I sniffle, I'm sorry. Um, and if I remember correctly, I was born around 1 in the afternoon. Um, but the reason I'm doing this is because I would like to know where I come from, and I would like to also register with my tribe, um, because I feel a connection, but I don't know exactly to where. As far as which tribe, we were told, not me so much, but my adopted parents were told that my birth mother was full-blooded White Mountain Apache and that my father was Hispanic. Other than that, we don't know too much. Supposedly, her last name may have been Spangler or Sprangler, but that could be completely false. Um, and they don't really remember a name for my birth father. But we do know that when they were working up the adoption papers, they had to send, I guess, what's it called? To sever the parental rights, they had to send him a letter, but it was somewhere in Missouri on a military base. And I can't think of, I know there's a base there, but I can't remember what it's called right now. Fort Leonard Wood? I don't know. But I would just like to know where I'm from. And I'd like to know if I have any siblings. That would be interesting to know, and possibly start something there. If not, no big deal. Um, I'd like to know who I look like. And I'd also like to know family medical history, if there's anything I need to be aware of. Um, that would be good to know, to have this information, because doctors always ask, what's your family medical history? And of course, being adopted, I don't know. So, it would be great to know this information. Um, for having been adopted, and not to say this in a negative way or anything whatsoever, I don't know why it's coming off that way, but I think I've had a pretty good life. I was raised, I think, pretty well. I work at Target. Not the best place to be, but I love the company, which is why I stick around. Pay isn't very good. And I'm actually living with my dad, and I'm moving back to a house soon to go back to my mom's. But part of the reason I'm doing that is because I miss that side of the family. I love my dad, but we don't do anything really. My mom's side of the family does a lot, and I miss that. But as far as my birth family, I'd love to know where I come from. I know the attorney who handled my adoption's name was Bill Stevens. I don't think he's around anymore because Mom said he was pretty up there in age when he handled my adoption. And I know my adoption was a little difficult because I was born around the time that they were getting very strict about native adoptions. But because I was born off the reservation, we think that's why they let it slide, because I wasn't born on the reservation. And we don't know exactly which one, but we think my mother was full-blooded White Mountain Apache. And when I've gone up there to fill out the paperwork at Vital Records, and I've done this at a couple other places too, but my application always gets sent back to me because They want to know my mother's lineage, my father's lineage, my grandparents. And of course, I don't know that information. So I can't finish that application. I can't fill it out. So I'm kind of hit a wall. So I don't know what else to do because I can't get through anywhere to find out this information. So this is why I'm making this video, because I want to reach out and see if by chance anyone who knows someone who gave birth to me in Sierra Vista off the reservation on March 20th, 1984, around 1 in the afternoon. If you know someone who gave up their child, and I was actually born a boy, but I've been living and have transitioned full-time as a woman. So if you know someone who has given birth, or if you've given birth and you happen to see this, to a baby boy at that time and day and place, you can reach out to me here on Facebook or other means. I'm sure someone will see this and be able to reach out. I'm hoping. Because I would just like to know where I'm from, among other things. I guess I'll end it here. And I hope to hear back from somebody soon. Thank you.